I showed you guys a blank canvas, how long would you guys be able to take a look at it without being bored? I agree. You probably wouldn't. It wouldn't take long for you guys to just walk away and forget you saw anything, because seeing nothing is completely and utterly boring. But if I showed you guys a masterpiece, on the other hand, that had vivid colors, had intricate design, and intriguing patterns, how would you observe it? I think you guys would stand there for a little while longer and really just take the time to appreciate that. So today I'm going to convince you guys to somehow incorporate the arts into your life, or at least appreciate the arts. So back to that blank canvas. So imagine each and every one of our special minds is kind of like that blank canvas. Towards the end of your life, do you want to remain a blank canvas, or do you want to have to create a beautiful masterpiece? One that you can reflect upon, one that you can reminisce, and be proud about. And that's why art is important. So I'm just going to go ahead and preview my main points. Today I'm going to be speaking about the different kinds of art there are and the various art forms that are out there. Second, I'm going to be talking about how art is good for you. And finally, I'm going to be talking about how you can incorporate the arts into your life. So first off, what different forms of art are there? I'm just going to elaborate. There's so many different varieties of art out there, but I'm just going to elaborate on a couple of them. So one of them is the language arts, or literary. This is a lot of the narrations, the stories, the poems, the fairy tales, the folk tales, all of those sorts of things. And it's in books. And I think one of the reasons I think our generation really takes all of that for granted. We don't read enough books, but there's just so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much interesting things that are in books that people have recorded in the past, and I think we should read more. So, according to stumbleupon.com, I stumbled upon, see what I did there, this poem that I want to share with you guys, and it's about race and things of the like. When I'm born, I'm black. When I grow up, I'm black. When I go in the sun, I'm black. When I'm scared, I'm black. When I'm sick, I'm black. And when I die, still black. And you, white fella, when you born, you pink. When you grown, you white. When you go in the sun, you red. When you cold, you blue. When you sick, you green. And when you die, you gray. And you call me colored? Yeah, I chose that poem in particular because you really, poetry and just arts in general, you really appreciate the pieces for what they are. It's not, you totally disregard, who's performing it. I'm an Asian American person, but for me to say that, you guys, you think, oh wow, this is pretty deep. This person has something to say. It has some sort of significance, and as long as you get that point across to your audience or whoever you want to express that to, then you've done your job. So next, the performing arts. So that was just an example of like the cinema art, and what I like in martial arts, and I incorporated that into just the performing arts and things of like. So performing arts really includes like plays, Broadway shows, cinema, theater arts, anything you see on TV. The reason why these are called arts is because there's people behind that. There's producers, if you will. They are the ones that create the art. They make up the script. They catch my breath. They come up with all these things, the interesting ideas to captivate the audience, to bring the audience in. That's art. And finally, the visual arts. This is for the eyes. There's a lot of different visual arts. There's photography. There's graphic design. There's ancient art, history, historical art. And here I just brought a few pieces of art that, to show you guys. So my brother is an artist, and this is what some of the things I dug up in the basement. That's where the kind of dust is. So this is kind of like a lot of three-dimensional shapes you see here. and he just put it all together to make some sort of like existential, oh, I don't know if we exist sort of thing. But yeah, he made this kind of different realm, you know. Just go ahead and put that there. And my brother, this guy was like the character. He was the epitome of teenage angst and just frustration built up, you know. And so this pretty much sums up his high school career. If you guys don't know what that is, this is a little piece of art, and this says something. The first letter is an F, and the last is a K, followed by an exclamation point. So I mean, you guys can put that together and somehow see what that says. Maybe you're interested in what my brother looks like. And finally, I want to display my, artistic talent. So this is something that I put together when I took an art course. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, I agree with it. So definitely, those are the visual arts. And how is art healthy for you? Art is actually very good for you because it induces creative thinking. And when you do artistic activities, your brain really works in different ways that you never thought possible. For example, when you draw a picture, you draw, okay, where should I put this elephant? Or where should I leave this tree? Or how close should the sun be in proximity to the rest of the items in there? So, according to theartistway.com, art makes you smart. Studies show that kids who make art do better in school than kids who don't do any sort of art at all. So basically what that means is children that do artistic activities, create art and things of the like, do better in school because they use that other part of their brain, and they're using the brain to the fullest potential. So how can you incorporate arts into your life? Learn a new language, pick up a book and read it, read short stories, write poetry, things of the like, perform, play instruments, watch a play, go see Broadway, dance, act, take a martial arts course. And if you don't want to do anything too tedious, just listening to music already alone is appreciating the arts. So, according to Child Care Education Institute, art contributes to culture as well as individual identity, connecting children to their roots while allowing them to discover their own talents and interests. So people that go into art and stuff, things of like, really, it challenges them to find out who they are and what they like and how they're going to express it. So, to review my main points, today I talked about what forms of art there are, how art is good for you, and what you guys can do to incorporate the arts in your life. So before you guys venture back out into reality, I want to challenge each and every one of you to pick up the paintbrush of imagination and start filling in that blank canvas of yours, and so that by the end of your lifetime you can create a masterpiece and you can be proud of it.
We only have time for one question to make sure we get all the speakers in. Fook, what's your question?
So what type of art inspires you the most?
For me, I'm really into performing arts. My brother, he likes to do all that artsy stuff. But personally, I like singing. I like rapping and all that sort of thing. Playing instruments, performing. I go to open mics and stuff, and that's really sort of my thing.
Well, actually, if you have more questions for Denny, you can always ask him after class. All right, thank you, Denny.